Mons Bugatti Circuit here in Project Cars 2. I will be your host, Jonathan Hakuna, coming into you live here. Okay, I need to check something real quick. I don't watch NASCAR, that's the thing. Just making sure that our lovely folks here tonight. Yeah. Yes, I am. Livestream Central, let's go, baby. I might have. So, I just got evaluated today, and everything's all good to go. So, I I'm gonna try and volunteer here, and I'm gonna see if I can go in with Flux Motorsports. Bro, I already got people who are in Flux Motorsports who have already found my YouTube channel. I didn't say anything about it, so here, I might as well. Oh, that yeah, because that issue happened earlier today here. Lecky, myself, Luke, Vic. I think you were with us too, and a couple other drivers were also having that issues. I think. Oh, is that the? Are you in the black LMP2 car right now? I just saw that. Oh, he's in the pits right now. I think that was. Oh, that was CIT. We'll see about that one. I saw that. I know. It seems like a lot of people are going to be going in. They're last minute. We'll just try to see what we can fit in here. Unfortunately, I don't have any setups, but I believe so. Yeah. So it's kind of just going to be a test and figure out. Whoa. Really? So I gotta figure out here. We're all using the same car, right? So this is gonna be the LMP2 Nissan race then, correct? Okay, so we have Nissan, Honda, and there's I know there's more. Malik? Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out the cars as I come in here. Today's race will be broadcasted in 720, 60 frames per second. I'm not going to be going down this one. Coming into you in HD quality. Seems like we're going to have quite the race today here. Been a lot of people qualifying in some very good numbers here. True broadcast will start once race time comes into play, as we have 6 minutes. 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in qualification. Track is a little cold, holding on to 43 degrees Fahrenheit with the 47-degree ambient temperature outside. Tires are going to be cold here, but it's going to take a couple laps here for all these races to get a grip and get some wear and tear on them tonight. Wear and tear, baby. Seems like we're having quite a bit of struggle here when it comes to the track. As we pass the 3 minute mark of qualification, seems like we're having a good select couple of races here that are starting to lead away from the pack here. It seems like we do have a couple other drivers who are having a little bit of struggle here, maintaining the tires as they continue on with their qualifying records. And driving under the influence. Hitting the 2.5 mark here. Our top 3 leaders as of right now for the qualifying follows by MCT in the blue 66, followed by SOU and DRA. Out of the top 3 drivers right now, DRA is the only one that is outside in the track right now, trying to improve on his track time to go and hopefully overtake and take second position. We'll check back on him in a little bit here as we pass the 2 minute mark of qualifying. Ooh. Yeah, I just seen that DRA and the number 3 position spinning out right at the start finish line. Checking in on him in radio call. Looks like he's okay. We'll get back on track and we'll see how it goes. We got 20 seconds left in qualifying. And as qualifying will finish here, we will head in to our top 4 racers here tonight. Seems like we had quite a bit of the pack coming in. Oh my goodness, we only have 3 cars coming in tonight. Holy jeez. Yep. Looks like we only have 3 races coming in here. Looks like this will be a 3-man race. So we start to the line and we hit green. Underway. The lights will go and all 3 cars will come intact with MCT in first, followed by DRA in third, with VIC taking over the pass too. He will take pole position here. We head into the first S corner. VIC and MCT will take in for first and second position, with DRA taking third. They head underway past the Dunlop sign, heading into the second sector. MTC going very wide on the outside here. MCT will take pole position. Oh. That's all good, man. So this race will be between MCT and VIC. 2 of them heading in side by side, 1/10 of a second between each other. VIC taking the outside and overtaking MCT. Both cars coming into the third section. 3/10 of a second between the two, as VIC will take the lead, followed by MTC. Heading into the final corners here, right before the start-finish line. VIC coming in a little wide. MCT will take the inside and take pole position. VIC trailing now by 4/10 of a second as they come into lap 2. Now note this is a 7-lap race. But it seems like these 2 drivers are not going to give up. MCT 5/10 of a second over on VIC. VIC taking the turn a little wide, but he's going to continue racing here. We'll see how it goes. MCT 1.1 second ahead of VIC. MCT in the blue and white LMP2 car, and VIC in the yellow and gray LMP2 car. Both cars coming into the third section here, only a second and a half apart from each other. MCT maintaining the lead with VIC in second place. They come into the start-finish line to finish for lap 2. On their way into lap 3, MCT 8 seconds ahead of the previous lap. Holding a wonderful race here as they go underway into turn 3 into the first S corner. MCT taking the turn a little wide. VIC will take it pretty tight, and he's going to start closing the gap here as they head underway underneath the Dunlop sign. Continue on into Sector 1. VIC closing the gap little by little here. Both these races here are trying not to make any mistakes, as it's going to be pretty crucial later on. Heading into the middle of the second sector, coming into the 180 turn. MCT taking it a little wide, VIC taking it wide a little bit as well. He will, a little bit of a loose end there, but he's going to maintain that speed, and he's not going to lose much time. But there is a little bit of a gap between the two now. MCT in the blue and yellow LMP car, with VIC in the yellow and gray LMP car. Heading down into the final turns of the third sector, MCT maintaining a pretty decent lead over VIC as they come to the start-finish line. Start lap 4. A little bit of a slower race between the two, but as they continue on here, we see that they're going to maintain a 3-second lead over VIC. MCT taking the turn a little wide again. VIC cutting the time down to 2 seconds here onto that. But it looks like here as we get underneath to the Dunlop sign and continue onward, it looks like MCT is going to maintain that 2-second lead over VIC. VIC holding to that 2-second deficit behind MCT, is trying not to let him go away here and up the ante a little bit. Wants to keep the time down. He doesn't want to let down anything, otherwise he will lose time and he might not be able to catch up, but it does seem like he's going to maintain that 2-second deficit against MCT. Heading back to look at the yellow and gray LMP car. What a wonderful sight to look at. Both of these cars looking very nice today. They were doing very well in qualifying here too, as MCT was able to take pole position while VIC was going to take 4th. He is going to be going into the pits here. Wonder what might be happening here, or whether a mandatory pit stop or just coming in to get a quick fill-in. MCT going into lap 5. He will maintain the lead here as VIC comes into the pits right now as we head down over to him. Crew members coming in and quickly coming in to fill the gas up and check for damage. The MCT all by him lonesome right now as VIC is coming out of pit lane. So we head down to him. He is coming out of pit lane and coming back onto the track. MCT coming into Sector 3. Coming in with a pretty decent lap time as we come in here, and 1 second faster than the fastest track time that he had set tonight. Coming down into the final corners here just before the start finish. VIC 30 seconds in, and MCT will go into the pits as he will pit onto the ending of lap 5 into lap 6. This will give VIC some time to catch up. We'll see how he makes it. Heading on board with VIC. Look at the way that he takes those corners very aggressively here, but he's definitely taken time off through each corner. He's definitely not going to let this go to MCT easily. MCT may have the advantage on the straightaways, but VIC is definitely putting in a lot of pressure here as he goes through each corner. As we come underway into lap 6, MCT is coming out of the pits and VIC is coming in fast. Looks like he's going to catch up to MCT here as he is only a mere 7 seconds behind and closing. We head back down to trackside as we head down to MCT, just coming out of the Dunlop sign into the Sector 1, with VIC 7.5 seconds behind him, with 2 laps remaining. Seems like both pit stops were pretty well balanced there. It looks like MCT was able to go on the quicker side here. Doesn't look like he went for any fuel, but it doesn't look like he's going to need it. VIC slowly catching up, still at a 8 second deficit over MCT. as they both come into the third sector. Blue 66 coming in to the final turn here as we get underway into the start finish for the final lap. With VIC following behind, 6 seconds behind. Definitely amping it up as we head underway into the final lap here of our 7-lap race at the 24 Hours of Le Mans Bugatti circuit. VIC putting the pressure on into this final lap here as we head underway. He is now 4.9 seconds away from MCT. They head into the 180 here. MCT taking it a little wide. He's going to take it a little easy here. He's got a couple seconds over VIC, but it looks like he's going to maintain it for now. We check back down to our second place. 5.5 seconds now away from the leader, as both cars head into the third sector. Heading back down to trackside here with the blue 66 of MCT. Heading into the final turns here as we get to the start-finish line to finish the race. And it looks like the blue LMP car will take the pole position. Heading back down into VIC, who will take second place. Ooh, not a bad race, except everyone left. Everyone left. I think people were struggling with this one. Yeah. That was a good race, you guys. Nice job. Should go to let's try to find one where we can get quite a few people here. Oh shit, it's 9:30. Let's see here.